time to enjoy myself, and this is what I'm doing. Being a fly on the
We
wall.
feel special.
He's a masochist.
Yeah. We miss you. We hope to play with you again soon.
Yeah, Kevin certainly misses you. I mean, there's been so much business dealings going on. I've been out of business cards. It's been tough having without a guide to guide me on this capitalism thing.
Wait, without a guide. I thought you lost your faith in Bob.
No. You may not even realize it, but I met a dog and I named him Bob.
Oh my! All right,
We haven't.
please play.
We will. I just wanted to say I'm looking forward to Zara coming back to work as well, because yeah, that'll be good. Next steps instead of just doing the same reports over and over. Also, we're going to apparently y'all are going to a place where Inti on his capitalism kick would thrive. So.
Oh, okay. You better get back then.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. So what time of day was it? I think was the question.
Yeah,
I think we left off.
it's like Christian was thinking afternoon. That sounds kind of right to me because the last thing I remember doing was was asking around where a CD bar is to go check that out.
Yeah, afternoon works. By the way, we're not playing next Tuesday. You just reminded me. We're not going to play next Tuesday.
Going to a CD bar?
No, I'm going to be selfish and I'm going to enjoy the Final Fantasy patch that's coming out that day. So,
Totally, man. Sick.
give myself a little bit of a break.
6-2?
Mm-hmm. Introduces island sanctuaries and stuff like that. So,
The glamour dresser.
Poe's going to disappear.
Oh, I forgot. Sherbin was going to write a letter to her hubby. One of her hubbies that's supposed to be in the region that Uldai's in to see if he's heard anything about this Minfilia character or New Horizons if he knows where it is.
So you mentioned this to me, and I think that your husband, whose name we never discussed, would be stationed in Camp Drybone.
Cool.
Oh my god! It's so perfect! I didn't even do that on purpose!
Hey, Sherbin, any chance that particular husband would be in the market for a fully automatic piano?
No, I've got to mark down.
Exactly, so that's why he's fapping.
Yeah.
I've got to mark down
I didn't think about that until you started laughing. What was that?
I just have him marked down as an adventurer in the Thanalan region.
Just send
His
me a
name is
message
Tar-
with his name. What is it?
Okay. Tarkan.
Tarkin?
Tarkan.
Like the
We
Grand
made
Moff?
that shoot last
We did
time.
make that joke last
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
So, Grand Moff it is.
Yeah.
Do you get that reference, Jess?
What?
Do you get Grand Moff Tarkin? Do you know that reference?
It's a Star Wars reference.
Yeah, it's basically Vader's handler in the first movie.
The really, really old, tall, skinny guy who's
Peter
the only one who
Stormtrooper.
tells Vader to stop choking people.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing.
Thank you.
That you can slice things off of his cheekbones.
Yeah. And he was also Van Helsing against Christopher Lee's Dracula.
Oh,
Hamlet.
fuck.
shit!
Yeah.
I knew the Christopher Lee Dracula part. I didn't know that was his foil.
Yeah, and Christopher Lee was like a badass too.
Christopher Lee was
fucking,
badass
he was a
as
spy.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story in Lord of the Rings where the
Where he told them, hey, Tolkien said this.
Yeah.
Do you know what it sounds like to be stabbed in the back? Because I do. And that's just like...
That's so terrifying.
Like, awesome.
Yeah, but beside that, everybody's like unanimously, Christopher Lee is like beloved as like one of the nicest people ever, apparently. And then he says something like that, and it's like, okay. Yeah. So,
Okay, so she wrote a letter. She's writing a letter.
she wrote a letter to Grand Moff Tarkin
Back on track.
and imploring him not to blow up Alderaan.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You have to provide him with a military target.
Are all the husbands adventurers, or is it just that husband?
I think. Good that I have this list somewhere.
Is one a pirate?
I think five,
that would be so cool.
5 or 4 of them are adventurers.
And you have 9?
8.
8.
Yeah, let me see.
I mean, that's more than one per day of the week.
Yeah. Well, she's working on 10 right now,
Cool.
so give some room.
Oh, good point.
How many
There's-
how many monkeys are there?
There's 2 though,
There's 3 of them. If you want to, I can let you know.
right?
I can let you know who is where.
No, I
There's
was
like-
just curious, which like if they were all adventurers and that's how you met, or some of them just happened to be
Yeah.
adventurers.
The last one was like a hunter at that one place.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they apparently want one to be a pirate.
Yeah,
Please.
one of them's a pirate.
Okay.
And, that's husband number 5.
I don't know, the way they
Yes,
cast that
number
is
5.
one of them a pirate. If you ever saw Scott Pilgrim versus the World, when it gets the first act, he goes, "Are you a pirate?" He goes, "Pirates are in this year."
Don't remember.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I like the.
It's the dude
The
with the emo
visuals.
haircut, Matthew Patel, and then he's got like the succubuses that throw fireballs at them.
Succubi?
That's why I asked.
Gotta save that one.
Yeah. You don't need to say post haste.
Secrets.
Yeah. So, anyway, now that we're done conspiring against Jess,
Yep. Oop.
we're good. So what is everybody doing? It's afternoon.
I'll message you about that later. Sorry.
That sounds ominous.
No, just the mechanic. Going back to the mechanics question stuff for the level up.
Right until you left Lucy.
What does it mean? That's the next book in Sid's library. The one that says time is a flat circle, and the other one just says righty tighty lefty loosey. Righty tighty lefty loosey.
Yeah, if you want a good
No.
screw.
When you're screwing something?
No, that I get.
Yeah.
I thought you meant this. Yeah.
No, that was it. Because you said mechanic. So.
That makes sense.
Well, it depends. Is it a car made in Kugane or the Far East? Because then it's opposite.
So what you're saying is there's cars in the Far East if we get there.
There's cars in Garlemald,
That is true.
which is halfway between the Eorzea and the Far East.
That's cool. But I guess Millie would be attempting to draw up some blueprints with Deus since Millie's going to wait till the evening before going to the bar.
Okay.
So blueprints for the Aether Crystal contraption.
Oh yeah, the backpack.
Yeah.
Blueprints for Blackmark. Got it. Name of an album from a band I really like.
Like it. It's a cool name.
Anne Berlin was the band. Yeah, heard of them?
The name's familiar. I don't think I've heard of
It was a
that.
great album. Blueprints for the Black Market. So, they're working on plans before the evening. What are y'all working on?
I think Sherbin, it's maybe not a direct approach. I think she's going to send a note, something to the Sky Steel Manufactory to give a gentle reminder about making sure there's a failsafe for the airships, or at least to get started working on a failsafe for the airships.
Oh, okay.
That stuff. It's like I don't want to say make parachutes because they don't exist, but I don't know how else to say it.
That's fine. So you're just gonna send that off with one of the servants to take to the manufactory?
Yeah.
Okay. You find one of the younger pockmarked faced servants that's there, and he's yes, miss. How can I help you?
Yeah, so could you please deliver this to the Sky Steel Manufacturing? Its address.
His eyes go wide.
Is there a problem?
No. Yeah, I'll take it.
No. All right. Could you please make sure that the front office knows that this is to be delivered or handed directly to Sid, please?
He looks down the hallway and spots Alcido.
No,
He's right
not
there.
it. No, that's it. Sid, I'm talking about Sid Garland.
Sid Garland.
Right.
Okay, I think I committed that to memory. Grabs it from your hand and runs.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The utmost confidence.
All right, so letter to Sid. Hey, Eric. Alcido, anything for you prior to the evening?
No, I think Sid would, or I'd basically just kind of be puttering around the house.
I like that you got yourself and said hi. I like that.
I'm trying to do that more often. And just kind of, honestly, looking a little. He might have been messing with the, again, I might have been messing with the Neolith a little bit, trying to get it to work every now and again, having it float a little bit, then drop, and float and drop.
Meta question: when you leveled up, did you take a level of Sage?
I did.
So you got one level of it now?
Two.
Two. And what level do you start getting to use in Neoliths? 1, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you would. It's not nearly as difficult to use as it was when you first got it. You now have a lot more control over it.
I look very proud of myself.
Okay.
Forgot I need dice to play this game.
Have some ice cream.
That actually reminds me. I don't have dice either.
I cast Fireball.
No.
The room is kind of small. Are you sure you want to do that, Land VP?
Oh, well.
No, the response
Go
is
out
I
and
didn't
play.
ask what size the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
The best.
What were you saying?
Go out in a blaze of fire.
In a blaze of
All right.
glory. Did you find any 4th level spells in the library, Eric?
I did.
Awesome.
Okay. And you finished leveling up, right? Everybody finished leveling up? Did anybody
Yeah.
take any multi-class levels that I need to know about? I know that you took
Oh, yeah,
machinist.
nothing new.
Did you take anything new?
Dancer.
So you took one level of dancer. So it's
Or-
machinist and dancer.
It was rogue.
No. We're doing Final Fantasy there. It's Dancer.
But Dancer's a rogue
1.
subclass, that's what I mean.
Exactly, but you know what?
But
I don't
Dancer's
say
more
that you're.
specific.
Yeah.
Sherbin, are you just sticking with Astrologian?
I think so for now.
Okay. Kevin, what about you?
I mean, yeah, but I didn't even think about multiclassing, so maybe.
Have you leveled up yet?
I did, but it might be fun. I'm gonna look at it while we're playing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a level Pathfinder Warlord.
Curious, like what one level like samurai would do. Just like stupid.
Ooh, that might be interesting.
It'd up your defense, you wouldn't need to wear armor because you'd get strength and constitution for unarmored defense.
For one level?
Yeah, that's the 1 level dip. Just like monk or barbarian, get the unarmored defense at level 1.
That would be interesting.
And I think the restriction is though you have to be using a weapon in 2 hands, which is whatever.
Yeah, that's what he
I
does.
mean,
anyway.
That's what I do anyway.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
And I think it also ups your threat range when wielding a versatile weapon in 2 hands from 19 to 20. So it wouldn't help the greatsword, but if you had a magic longsword, it would.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna multi-class. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's fun to think about, so I'll think about it. But I haven't met anyone. I haven't met a samurai, so then
Strongblade was a samurai.
You're just gonna have to go Dragoon then.
Robert's character.
And they butted heads constantly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but you know what? I have a grudging respect for that guy.
Fair
And he's not around anymore.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, you remember those Carb Killa keto bars? The ones that we got with like peanut butter?
It rings a bell. Yeah.
Carb killer.
That's Carb Killa, yeah. They're called Grenade Carb Killa or whatever. Anyway,
That'll do.
They came out with this new flavor that I tried. It's basically a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it tastes fucking great.
Ooh, I like that. I like peanut butter.
Do you want me to give you one so you can try it?
Oh yeah, sure, maybe a little.
Remind me after this.
All right.
It's pretty good. Okay, anyway, Kevin, are you doing anything before evening time, at which point Millie has some plans for going to a tavern?
Yes. So Kevin is going. I'm going upstairs to Sid's room. I'm going to try to figure out how to unlock the hidden door. But after, like, I'm going to just sit there and stare. I'm just going to end up falling asleep, sitting and staring at the door.
Okay, so when you get up there, you realize that all of the those sconces on the walls, like where the candles go, that you had ripped out previously, those have been fixed. All the plaster has been fixed. All the dirt and the debris that was around the room has been cleaned up. And it looks like a normal room now. However, at Sid's request, they left the small square that you guys had gotten through before. That's uncovered.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to do, like, the normal things, trying to push it. All the things that are going to fail, and then he falls asleep just staring at the door.
Okay. Kevin falls
What if
asleep.
he actually succeeds? What if?
Okay, Kevin tries to push the door.
Are you just pushing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
What if you just need a low enough intelligence score to push the door open?
It's got the Fallout 1 test save, or you need to have 1 to 3 int to get through it.
What did you get, Kevin?
21.
Okay. You push on the wall. Nothing really happens in terms of it moving. But the wall, even though the interior portion that you saw before, the black metal bit that was inside the wall, that's now been covered up. As you're pushing on the wall, it's cold to the touch. Can you roll an intelligence saving throw?
No.
I elect to fail automatically.
2. I rolled a 3, but I got it.
Kevin, you're not sure where, but you suddenly have the burning desire to find out how to unlock this room. And you need to get in and find out what's in there. It's as if something in there is calling to you.
Shit.
It's that room from 50 Shades of Grey.
I tried to shout
I've
out.
watched 50 Shades of Grey, but I don't want to know what you're talking about.
Hey, door! I'm feeling like you're trying to talk to me. I'm gonna put my ear up, and you say what you need to say. You know, let me know. And I put my ear now to the, which I shouldn't do, but I'm putting it to the door.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I just pick up my best stats. A 7.
Okay. You hear a voice whisper to you, sounding like Georgine, asking, "What is your desire?"
I just want to come back to you, Georgine, and the kids.
You just hear a fading whisper that says, "The way back to me is through this wall."
Try kicking the door. These are all pointless actions. I'm gonna try to kick the door open now.
Okay. Are you kicking with the bottom of your foot, or are you kicking it like?
Yeah, like bottom of my foot, like a press kick.
Okay.
Like a Spartan kick?
Yeah, like a Spartan kick.
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, saving throw. Hold on.
Oh. Yeah, kicking the wall, I'm not going to make you roll to kick a wall. I'm going to roll to see if you survive kicking the wall.
24.
24? Okay, you do not break anything, but it doesn't feel good on your foot.
All right. Yeah, I think I need to sit and ponder this some more. I'm going to try to fill all my intelligence that I got. I can solve this. And now he sits down and falls asleep after a while.
See, wasn't it great that we didn't just brush that off and you got that?
Yeah, I agree. It was great.
All right. I love roleplay. All right, cool. We've got that going for us. I'm assuming Kevin has not told anyone about that.
Nope.
Okay.
Now he's asleep at least.
When he was impacting the wall, was it like
They reverberate through the house, but I mean, it's Kevin. You're kind of used to that kind of thing in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kevin falls asleep in the middle of the afternoon after kicking the wall, taking a nap, I guess. Evening rolls around.
To the Forgotten Night.
To the Forgotten Night. Anyone else going with Millie?
I think Deus was.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. Well, what were we doing again?
Trying to find shady people.
All right, the shadiest people around.
And you gotta find, like, some kind of small stage for you to stand on.
Tables. That's a small stage.
Yeah, that's a small stage.
So you can have Deus on the dais.
Yeah.
On the dais.
We're just gonna have to build a dais at this point.
Yeah.
Do it.
There'll be like the workshop in the backyard and then just the dais.
There's one of the household staff who's having a smoke break outside. Is poking around your workbench.
Stay away from the acid.
The what now?
The acid?
What's acid?
No, who's acid? The guy in there is acid.
Now I'm really confused, sir.
You are if you called me a sir.
Oh shit! Now I'm confused, miss. That was DM fault. No.
Yeah. Again, don't touch anything if you value your fingers.
Like anything everywhere.
Anything out here.
He starts like tiptoeing off the grass and away back to the house.
Good man.
Beat me to it.
What was that?
Like I say, don't even touch the ground.
He starts flying.
I don't believe in gravity anymore.
Alright, so I guess we'll go to the Forgotten Night then, yeah?
Okay. You head to the Forgotten Night. Nobody else is going with you, apparently. But once you get there, what are you doing?
Millie is gonna take a spot at the bar and begin to question what the legal drinking age is in Ishgard.
14.
Damn. And then using Thieves' Cant in its mysterious, non-specific ways, attempt to arrange a buyer for Tiaman's eyeballs. But a potentially shady buyer.
You look around the bar, and it's dimly lit, as always, as most of these taverns are. It's raucous, rambunctious. It's not quiet by any means. But as you're looking around and you're sipping on a drink with Dave sitting next to you, you just kind of absent-mindedly, things like that, tap on the counter, then make some scratching noises, things of that nature.
Suspicious tail twitches.
Sure. And within about 60 seconds or so,
It's loud.
a disheveled-looking man, an Elzen man, wearing an eye patch on his right eye, hairs very verklempt, which I don't think is the accurate use for that word, but it is now.
I like it.
Verklempt means like anxious and worked up, but we're gonna say that
I was picturing like Doc.
Unkempt, right? Yeah,
I was picturing Doc Brown hair.
Yeah,
unkempt is exactly what I was thinking.
But
I said
verklempt was the reason why he's unkempt.
Yes.
Yes.
It just reminds me of my dad's favorite phrase in Yiddish. It's like the only thing he ever taught me in Yiddish was "Gekaken opinion," which means go shit in your hat.
Words to live by. So Millie, this fellow looks pretty how do you say, casting shadows?
You got a loud voice there, miss.
Well, thank you. But I would advise you not to say that again because my my fellow sister here cannot speak.
Right. Well, she can speak, in a manner of speaking. If you catch me. Yeah.
Some real rapey vibes from this guy, guys.
Wow.
Just for visual reference.
So, unless I was mistaken your signals that you were given there. You're looking for a fence.
Barely we built the fence.
Am I wasting my time?
You're wasting our time, apparently.
All right. He gets up.
Millie will try to lightly grab his wrist with her tail, because cattails can curl like that.
Oh, that's awkward. He sees that and doesn't make any kind of expression, but just kind of looks away, like trying to get the bartender's attention, better make that a double kind of thing. But at the same time, he takes his sleeve and wipes off your slate.
Okay.
Best not be right that around here. I think I know somebody that might be interested.
Millie will she makes eye contact and then just eyeballs at the door or towards the bar,
Like
a
want to go for this?
outside inside kind of thing.
Well, keep your voice down. We can do some business here. No offense meant.
Mm-hmm. But he listens at least.
How much we talking? How big are they? Who are they from? Anyone I know? You got Ray Spelger's eyes by any chance?
Put him in my own head at that point. So discreetly on the chalkboard so that passers-by don't see it. They were what, grapefruit size? I think it was. Or are they bigger than that?
Bigger. I think it's a basketball size. No, that would be Ray Spelger. Yeah, grapefruit's fine. Grapefruit's pretty accurate. Whistles. The bartender comes up and drops off a double shot glass with some whiskey in it for the man, and kind of just looks at the three of you, and then no expression, just looks at the three of you, and then goes back to what he's doing. Somebody else calls for him. He walks over there. This is Baron. You've met him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could probably fetch you a pretty penny. You looking for Gil? You looking for items? Sure. Trade is better than Gil?
Yes. As in items.
7 gil. Trade is 7 gil.
Trade is 7 Gil. What does it mean? Add that to time is a flat circle.
Okay.
Man, now I can't. As soon as the time is a flat circle thing, now I'm just picturing True Detective every time. I'm just picturing Matthew McConaughey in True Detective saying that. Anyway, if you've never watched it, that first season is really good. Really good.
And McConaughey's in.
McConaughey and oh my god,
Woody Harrelson.
Thank you, Woody Harrelson.
Oh, damn. That sounds like a fun combo.
The first season is incredible. I agree. It's one of the best. It was one of the best shows on television. If you just watch that season, and it's seasonality. So they only made 2 seasons, but you don't
Like
need
American Horror Story, kind of.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
it was the same cast.
Gotcha. What streaming service?
I don't know.
HBO
It was on
Max, probably.
HBO. Yeah.
Of course.
Really, really good. But I could just upload them for you somewhere.
At some point, I'm planning to get 1 month subscription at HBO and just burn through everything.
We don't hear from Jindy for a month.
Gotta get through all the Westworld. Gotta get through Deadwood.
You never watched Westworld?
I've watched most of Westworld.
I really enjoy it. Season 3 was a bit of a stumbling block for me, but
That's what I heard.
season 4 apparently was a return to form and was really good, and it just finished.
Yeah, I'd watched 1 and 2.
You watched the first season.
No, but it's on our list.
It should be. I really, really enjoyed it. especially the first season. Anyway, so you got anything in mind? Gotta be a bit more specific, love.
She likes pranks, so it's probably something prank related.
Get your fireworks.
Okay, maybe not.
No? Fireworks are fun.
Okay.
That's quite a combo. It's like, wait a second.
Okay, so maybe a very large firework?
Just to specifically point away from the fireworks and not looking for pranks at the moment.
You want anything more specific in mind, or should I just go check my wares?
AKA boots or cloak of velvet.
He kind of looks around and then motions down with his head and lifts up his pant leg to show he's got some boots on, and they
Picturing the Bugs Bunny lifting the leg and just the stockings.
not like that. As a kid, I never understood that, but as an adult, you realize he's literally pulling back his fur. It's like, that's horrifying.
Yep.
Yeah, it makes Jess cry. Did you see that?
What?
Allergies.
Oh.
Anyway, it's got it has like a gust or breeze kind of symbol drawn on it, but I say drawn like embroidered on it, and the soles appear to be flat and have no actual like distinct footprint that it would leave. But he shows you that it doesn't easily move around on the floor, as in it's still got grip.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave a footprint.
Not my fucking
Safety
Doc
first.
Martens that became completely smooth on the bottom.
These are made by Jordan himself.
I feel that name rings a bell. Do you know that name?
No, you don't.
Okay, then
Jordan is a name that I just made up. You're thinking of Thordic, which is
probably.
they call them my Air Jordans.
God damn it!
That was why.
I leave. I quit. Dump the items down the garbage disposal. I'm out.
Awesome.
I'm not even kidding. I thought about that earlier today. I'm like, I have no idea where this is going to come up. I'm going to save that.
Here it is.
I'm going to save that. And then as soon as you're like, I want boots, I'm like, it's here. I've got a few pairs of these. Also got a cloak that'll render you nondescript. I'd say that they're both about equally useful. It really depends on how you use it. Choice is going to be up to you, of course. You say you have one of these eyes. Huh. Why choose just one?
Do it.
Do it.
And she'll offer her hand and like that ladylike handshake kind of offer.
He reaches out his hand to you, and you see that he's missing these 2 fingers.
Altair.
I think that's just 1 finger. Anyway, he shakes your hand like this, basically.
Rock on.
Yeah. You familiar with the broom?
Sorry, microphone.
There's a bit of a shanty town set up directly below our feet, about 60 phones or so. Meet me there in an hour. Bring the eyes. He does that on the counter, which you know means business concluded, and he sets down a silver gill piece for the bartender.
Did he actually drink his drink?
Yeah,
Okay.
in one shot. He said,
Fun.
Yeah, it's a shame about the fireworks. I was looking forward to a big bang.
"Wow, I just got that."
All right, so we're.
I wouldn't have thought twice about that if it wasn't Davis.
Yeah, so we'll wait about 5 minutes for. We did not get a name, correct?
He did not give you a name.
Okay, just making sure. Wait about 5 minutes for Mr. Verklempt to leave, and then.
Oh, he's already walked away.
Right, but let him leave, and then still wait 5 minutes
Oh, okay.
to make it very obvious,
Yeah.
or
Well,
not
He
obvious.
said
sorry.
meet him in an hour.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go elsewhere for that.
Wherever he is, it seems he's blended into the crowd or disappeared entirely. But literally, as soon as he walked like 10 films away from you, you lost sight of him.
Cool. All right. So as we leave, Millie will start basically today us writing down exactly what all the little taps and twitches and everything meant from Thieves' Cant to Common
Okay.
to basically explain.
However, that's fine in game. From a mechanic standpoint, you still cannot understand these games.
So I cannot.
None. Oh shit! Now you can.
Yeah, that narratively, that's the teaching of that.
I forgot that you took a level of Rogue Dancer.
So Steve's can.
Thieves can.
Thieves can.
Yes, thieves can.
Okay, not anymore. We've lost the privilege.
Yeah.
Now, not only do you not learn it, Jimmy forgot all of it.
Fuck.
Oh.
See, I trip leaving the bar, hit my head, and that one specific spot gone.
Yeah, everything else is fine.
In coma.
Shit, the Twins beat the Royals 9-0.
Damn. That's impressive.
It was a royal flush.
Probably gonna have you pitch in the 4th or the 5th inning of the All-Star game. I'm giving the pitcher with the highest vote count, which was Tony. He's getting 2 innings, and then each other pitcher I'm giving 1.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Unless they get into trouble, in which case I might pull them.
But yeah, basically just spend the next hour or 55 minutes just practicing Thieves' Cant back and forth, essentially.
Yep.
Okay. And Baron, you notice as you're practicing back and forth that Baron's been standing there watching you. Out in the open, huh?
No, sorry, we left the bar.
Oh,
sorry,
that's
we
right.
waited the 5 minutes and then we left.
You said that, my bad. Okay, never mind. Forget that I said anything.
This man will now forever be Mr. Verklempt in my notes. He is my contact.
I don't think he's knighted.
Isn't this like a polite way to refer to someone?
Sir means they're knighted.
Okay.
Yeah, in medieval society, that's a specific honor.
Well, I know that here, but I thought in Final Fantasy when you refer to someone male or female as Sir, S-E-R, it was just sort of like
That means,
being formal.
no, that means they're in service of the crown or whatever the ruling body is. In most cases, that's a knight, but where it's used, I Unless you can find another example, I'm pretty sure it's the only people that used it have been knight or military.
Like in general or in Final Fantasy?
In Final Fantasy.
Okay, gotcha.
In general, it applies to knighted people, especially with that spelling. SER.
Air Jordans.
I'm so happy I got to do that.
I have to burn this journal now.
Okay. So you walk to the appointed place, and nobody is there.
Oh, I was gonna try to scout it out first.
Okay, it's empty.
Yeah.
Even the
So
tent.
so I'll show up at the spot. Millie will be scouting out to be like, what's going on, right?
Okay. Well, neither of you see anybody anywhere around, and the tents seem empty.
Cool. Is there any of that scaffolding around?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit on the
Kinda just
scaffolding
everywhere.
because it's more fun to be sitting.
Okay. Roll. What's your passive perception?
13.
So, yeah. Still. Okay. You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Look,
I believe I told you the meeting point was down there.
where I'm at, where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
I listen.
You jump down.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
it was like
When you look back, he's not there.
neat. Extra wide eyes. If my pupils could dilate more, they would be.
So you walk over
Moon
to
Makote are always max.
you walk over to where Deus is, and then, as if coming out of a brick wall and just blending into the surroundings, you see Server Clef, as we'll call him apparently.
Excellent.
You go, what an asshole. Well, what you promised, I should say.
Millie will go in her pack and pull out the jar with the preserve, or the eyes floating in the preservative.
He pulls out. He goes into one of the tents and pulls out a paper wrapped parcel with twine around it. Here's for you.
Alright, so hand out and hand up. So one empty, one with the thing for the
And
swamp.
he hands that to you and palms the jar of the eyes and puts it into his cloak where it disappears.
Awesome.
It's a pleasure doing business. Seek me out again in the usual spot if you need anything in the future.
Oh, before he goes, she'll pull out the gold lion brooch with the emeralds that she found in the ruins. Just point to it like, huh?
Take it to a jeweler. And at that point, he walks back to where it looked like he came out of the wall, and he's just suddenly gone again.
Platform 9 3/4!
And roll a new character.
And she'll just hop into the tent real quick to change into the cloak and shoes, assuming that is what's within the parcel.
When you open up the parcel, it is just party snakes.
It's fireworks.
There are fireworks in there. He stowed away 12 sparklers,
Hell yeah.
but the rest is exactly as he said it would be, including the air Jordan.
Damn it. Cool. Well, she puts them on.
Okay.
And what's the cloak look like? And I'm assuming the boots were like ye standard leather boots with the wing insignia.
Yeah. Well, it's not a wing insignia. It looks like wing.
Oh, okay.
Wing.
Okay.
But the cloak to you appears. It appears to just be on the thinner side, but still sturdy, brownish in color. And
Both sides brownish.
to you, it's so nondescript that when you look upon it, you forget it's there, or as soon as you look away.
That's cool.
I know she was around here somewhere.
You don't forget she's there. You forget the cloak is there.
Oh, you're naked, no?
It's a floating head with nice shoes.
Not like that. It's not an invisibility cloak.
Millie will roll up the cloak. Now they're like, any difference?
In terms of how you look to...
how Deus perceives.
Yeah. So it's like when you were around, I wasn't thinking about you, but apparently you're not naked.
Yeah, more or less. And it's not that you weren't thinking about her. You know her well enough, so the cloak is not necessarily going to work on you. It's more that the cloak itself appears to you to be so unremarkable that you don't give it a second thought.
Oh, very shabby, Millie. Very shabby.
Then she'll try to find some like fashionable way to just kind of like roll up the cloak and make it more like a shawl until she needs it. So that way it's not always on, so to speak. Sometimes she wants to be seen.
You reverse like my raincoat.
And then she'll, I'm assuming there's going to be some dust and debris in this area, and she's going to go just walk through it and see what the boots do.
There's some, more so than anything, it's snow on the ground.
Works just as well.
And when you walk through the snow, you leave no footprints and just the slightest trace of depression in the snow. Functionally, feels like you're just walking.
Cool. Does that, she wants to, I'll find the biggest pile of snow I can find and attempt to walk atop it and see if it maintains
At that
the
point,
same.
it does not maintain its integrity. You fall into the snow.
Okay.
There are limits.
Yep, but that's what she assumed, but wanted to test. Cool.
In fact, some of the snow got into your boots, and now your feet are wet.
The worst. Shake, shake.
To the lab.
Just back to the,
I pictured that in Adam West.
yep. Back to the Kevin drawing board.
Okay, you guys return to the house. It is evening time. What is everyone else doing?
Are those attunement or just by wearing?
Can you look it up?
I don't know what those items actually are.
I can look it up for you later.
Okay.
But remind me, it was the Cloak of Elvenkind and the Boots of Sneaking, right? I'm pretty sure that's the word, what they're called in 5th edition.
The Cloak of Elvenkind, definitely.
Yeah.
But there's also Boots of Elvenkind and then other various boots.
Let me look it up because I'm pretty sure I based it off the Boots of Elvenkind.
Boots of Jordankind.
Oh, Air Jordans, that's what I have to look up.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, yeah, because the Boots of Elvenkind are, while you wear these boots, your steps make no sound, regardless of the surface you're moving across. You have advantage on stealth checks that require moving silently.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind.
Okay.
The flavor is that you're not leaving footprints or anything.
Yeah, I dig it.
And the cloak, it makes you unrecognizable.
Yeah, okay, the boots don't require attunement, the cloak does.
Yeah.
And the cloak is, while you wear this
I don't even know you anymore, Millie.
With the cloak, it's when I have the hood up, the perception checks made to see me are at disadvantage, and I have advantage on stealth checks to hide as the cloak kind of like chameleons into the surroundings.
Yep.
But it is an action to activate
unremarkable.
or deactivate.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Which is putting up the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, cool stuff.
Thank you
What
very
are
much.
the rest of you doing?
Let me mark off Tiamon's eyeballs.
I'm really surprised you let them go for so low a price. What are the rest of you doing?
Nobody else gave me a ballpark figure. I asked around.
Yeah, it's almost as if asking about dragon's eyes in a place where they're alive with dragons, people don't necessarily want to talk about it. That's really
I
weird.
asked Estinian, who uses dragon eyes, so that makes him a hypocrite.
Estinian is sanctioned by the state.
I offered to
hypocrite
sell
anyway.
them to Estinian.
Okay, well, I'm not going to get into this.
And he was there when I pulled him out. He
I
didn't
know.
say nothing. I'm happy. I got new digs.
Urban, she's still a bit upset about not being able to record the information, keep a record of the information that she found in Sid's library, and she's having a bad time about it. She needs to sort of get her mind off of it, so she decides to go back up to her room to go through her cards and her astroglobe, try to, calm herself down a bit, but on her way, she hears some snoring coming from from Sid's room. That sounds a bit un-Sid-like. So she decides to kind of.
Sid snoring sounds like.
What?
It's not Sid snoring, it's Aurelian snoring.
True. One of them's got to be sleeping. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So she kind of peeps her head into his room to see Kevin taking a nap. She thinks this is kind of odd, so she kind of walks over and kind of prods Kevin's foot with her own to try and nudge him awake.
Georgina, you there?
Wait, Kevin. Kevin, are you feeling all right?
Sorry. It's weird. I was tapping on the door and trying to push it, and it wants me to get in there. Like the door talked to me. Does that make sense?
The door talk to you?
Yeah, talk to me. Like it needs me to go in there, and it promised that if I get in there, I can get back to my family. So I was trying to think about how to get in there, and then I just sort of nodded off.
Oh, but that must be very strenuous for you.
It was. It was rough.
Well, that does sound a bit concerning. You heard something from? Did it come from the door or from the other side of the door?
I don't. I think the other side of the door. I can't really tell you.
That sounds a bit. I don't know, Kevin. That sounds a bit risky. It sounds like it doesn't seem like what's on the other side was in any sort of distress. Otherwise, I don't think it would have tried to bargain with you.
But I just think we got to get in there. You know, like I think that's the right thing to do.
I don't think that's very wise. If someone was there in trouble, I think it would be asking for help, not trying to persuade you to open the door.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure for some reason we got to get in there. I think that's the right thing to do.
Well, maybe not get in there, but I don't know. Let me see if I can hear anything. So Sherman's gonna walk up to the door and kind of put her ear to it, see if she can hear anything.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please, or intelligence saving throw.
For a second, I thought that was in response to having talked to Kevin for so long.
It was.
Let's see. I closed my sheet. Where are you? $17.
Okay. It's cold to the touch, but beyond that, nothing.
Kevin, I'm not hearing anything.
Are you sure? I swear I heard something. I go to put my ear back up to the door.
Okay. Kevin, how long have you been asleep? Because this was the afternoon.
I don't know, 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Make an intelligence saving throw, please.
3 again. Oh no, that's one more than before. It was 2 before.
Okay. You hear Paul. Daddy, help! We're in trouble.
I'm coming, Paul. But shouldn't you be back out in the field working? I don't want to have to give you a whooping again.
Stupid door should have picked the daughter.
Did you? Didn't you hear it? You heard Paul, didn't you? You had to have heard Paul, Sherwin.
Who's Paul?
Oh, Paul Twain, my 9-year-old boy.
Listen to yourself. First, you're saying you heard Georgina behind the door, trying to convince you to go in there, and now you're saying you hear Paul.
Hey, just Put your ear up the door. You can. It's as clear as day. I'm coming, Paul. I'm gonna try to get in there.
Oh, Sid, I don't. No, you're not Sid. Kevin, I don't think you're. I don't think you're hearing what you think you're hearing.
Oh, I'm definitely hearing it. Put your ear up right now. I'll yell out to Paul, and you'll hear him respond. Put your ear up right now.
All right. So I pressed my ear back up to the door.
All right, Paul. Now say exactly what you said to me. If you don't, you're gonna get a beating.
Kevin, you hear, Dad, help! It's gonna eat us!
It's gonna eat them! Stand out of the way! I push Sherwin out of the way, and I start kicking the door again. Oh God, I don't break, but with like a lot of strength this
All
time.
right.
Like in
Make
a
a
fever.
strength check with disadvantage.
6.
What'd you roll?
Wait, it was a saving throw. It was a saving throw, right? Or is it a check?
It's a saving throw.
Okay, hold on. 15. You okay, guy? You okay?
Alright, you kick the door hard enough that it hurts, but not hard enough that you lose hit points from it. And while you may have slightly strained a muscle in your foot, you're no worse for wear otherwise.
You heard that, right? Sure, well, we gotta get in there.
However, as soon as the pain of straining that muscle, that twinge of pain you felt, goes through your head, the voice instantly stops in your head.
Oh. Paul, you still there? Oh God, I'm gonna have to beat your extra if you don't respond.
Oh God.
Whatever this thing is talking to is gonna be like, okay, never mind.
Whoa.
I'm a mystery wall demon, but damn.
You're on a whole nother level. Could it work for you?
Am I losing it, Sherwin?
Well,
I've been away from my family for so long. I'm starting to hear their voices.
I think that could be it. I mean, we've been in this house for quite a while, and we haven't heard anything coming out from behind that door until just now. And you specifically hear your wife and child. That's a bit odd.
A good point.
It's a little too convenient. A little too. Yeah.
And I just realized something. My little girl, Eliza Twain. She must be my least favorite child because I never heard her voice. I liked her a lot, but I must not liked her enough to hear her voice.
You didn't like E.T.?
No, I think there's something behind that door that should stay behind that door. I mean, think about it. What would your family be doing behind that door all of a sudden?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They're trapped in a globe, in a beeholder's layer with a bunch of gold. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yes.
Because that makes so much more sense.
Comparative logic.
I still, there's something that's calling me in that door. If we don't solve it right away, we have to put this on something we gotta solve. There's something calling me into that room, and gotta figure out how to get in there at some point.
Well, I wonder if it has something to do with what we found in that basement as well. If it does, I don't like it.
I mean, books?
Well,
I agree. I don't like it either. But still, I think we got to get into that
knowledge
room.
in there.
Kevin, it's
No. No, Sid and Fifi and I, we spent quite some time in the sub basement going through Sid's secret library. That's that extra special library that no one else should know exists.
Why would you waste your time doing that?
Because we found some very interesting stuff down there.
Really?
We just can't tell you about it.
Well, what did you find? And why can't you tell me?
Well, we would like to, but we can't. We've tried.
That makes no sense.
Exactly.
This whole house doesn't make sense.
No, it does not.
I think I just miss home. Let's go get something to drink. I mean,
Let's go back downstairs and see if we can find Sid. Maybe get you a cup of cocoa, and maybe talk to him and see what he thinks about what could or could not be behind that door.
maybe I'm sick in the head. They say it's homesickness, right? There's a cure, right? You could just use like restoration or something, and I don't feel sick anymore.
No. No, not quite. Do you have anything with you? A memento or something that reminds you of your family?
Well, yeah.
Your-
Millie drew me this picture, and I show the picture of my family that Millie drew. Didn't you draw me a picture?
With like lizards.
No, no. You made a picture using yeah. Oh no, I don't got anything. We were only supposed to be gone for a few days, and then we were gonna be back.
Aw.
Yeah, your illusions is what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay, yeah, so those are temporary.
Well, why don't we just say that Kevin drew it from memory, but it looks awful.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
I drew this. I'm a pretty good drawer if I say so myself.
Oh, yes, you colored in your mustache very nicely.
Right, and you can see how big Mrs. Twain's boobs are in that picture. Oh, I think about them every night.
She must be a very fertile woman.
Very
larger than her head.
Each one is larger than the next, like there's just a chain of them.
I just drew them how I remember them in my heart, you know?
Yes, well, you have a very, very blessed wife and very healthy-looking children.
Thank you so much.
Very
The horns on Paul is just for a joke. I mean, he's a little devil child, but not in the way that you would think. You know, he's normal.
Right, of course. Well, now, come on, let's go back downstairs, get something to drink, maybe a little snack, and see if we can find Sid and talk to him about what we should do, if anything, about that door. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, sounds fine.
All right, come on, let's go.
And I head downstairs.
Okay, Beatrice is actually sitting there talking with one of the late night chefs, who's just on call in case food is needed. And she's sipping they're each sipping a cup of hot cocoa as you approach.
Hello, Beatrice. Would you be able to fix us 2 cups of hot cocoa, if you don't mind, if it's not too late?
Oh yes, hot cocoa. It's one of my favorites. Something bothering you? I always like a cup of hot cocoa when something's bothering me.
Yes, well, you could say that. I just happen to have a little bit of a sweet tooth. Do you
Okay, by the way.
know where's Lord Sid would be at the moment? Is he within the house?
I think he said something about needing private time and going to his room.
That's odd. We were just in his room, but he wasn't there.
Oh, none of my business. And while you're having that conversation with Beatrice, the cook comes out with two more mugs of hot cocoa, little bits of cream on top of it.
Oh, what? All these look absolutely delicious. Thank you so much.
Old family recipe. She puts it down.
That's still odd. I wonder where Sid is. Do you think maybe he might... No, I was just... Where is Sid?
Sid, it's up to you where you are. I just wanted to make a masturbation joke.
I am up in the library.
See, like I said.
In the actual library.
All right. Well, we'll go see how he's doing in the library. Thank you again for the hot chocolate. We really appreciate it. And sure, just kind of motions for Kevin to follow her while they head to the library.
Oh, careful with your mug, dear. You don't want to spill it, she says to Kevin.
Thank you.
It's very hot. Okay, so you shuffle off from the kitchen. Go to the third floor library. Third floor, right? Or was it second floor?
Great.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to remember your housing floor plan. Okay, third floor. You're there.
Okay. In the library, there's just papers all over the place. And I'll have my back to you guys standing in front of a full-length mirror, dressed in fancy clothes, like all the different weird, like one of those, like the weird clothes that are outdated, but the only things that we have in the house, basically. And there's like clothes all over the place, too. I apologize. Master Verdelay is indisposed at the moment, but if you leave your name and the nature of your visit, I will... Turns around, eyes are glowing gold. Oh! The Iron Fist and a loud one.
Yeah, my fists are pretty strong. Thanks for saying that.
Well,
Yeah, no worries. I said you're talking all weird.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I have to tell you that Alcido is taking a bit of a break at the moment. I am watching the shop, so to speak. Aurelian Verdelay at your service. What can I do for you?
You're right there. Oh, I look at your eyes. Oh, you're that guy that Sid was talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that failed at like being good at what he did, so he had to like hide in Sid because he was such a failure. That one?
Well, that's one way to think about it. The other way to think about it would be that I got myself punched through by a demon and died.
Hey, you probably shouldn't do that. I mean, maybe if you were stronger, it wouldn't have happened. Aren't you like a parasite? I remember they taught us a bit when I'm in the medical class. It's parasites. They like go inside you and they start feeding off you. Is that what you're doing to Sid?
You would have learned that from Sid.
Pretty impressive.
No, that is not what I'm doing to Sid.
Okay, what do I call you again?
Aurelian.
Or Valian.
It's like that monkey like three.
Ormelian. I got it. Ormelian. Or Smellian. I'll figure it out. It's hard. Everyone has hard names to pronounce. Well, what you doing out here?
Well, Alcido had been taking most of his time working with that little device that the others had made for him, and he exerted himself a little too much. Needed a break, so he allowed me out to do a few things, and with the express permission that I don't do much other than my drawings here and try on some of these horrendous clothes.
Oh, yeah, they are kind of weird. Hey, since you're here, you got that door? There's a door upstairs that we've been trying to get into. Do you know how to get into that door?
The one that you tried to smash through.
Yeah. They won't move.
And then the one that you either passed out or knocked yourself out in the room before?
No, I was sleeping. It was hard. Sometimes when you think a lot with your mind, you use your brain. They say it's a muscle, and I don't use that muscle very much. I use my other muscles a lot more, and I just kind of fell asleep.
Well, at least you admitted it.
Anyway, you know how to get in there?
Yes, don't.
Hey, why not?
Well, it seems to me that that's much like the basement, a room that, or whatever is behind there, is something that probably was used by the former residents of this house, and I'm not exactly trusting of what they've been doing. So, if you ask me, you should probably just leave that door alone.
I think we should listen to what he says.
Well,
I mean, I mean, really, we're not actually trying to open the door. That was all Kevin. He says that he heard voices of his wife and child on the other side of the door. His wife was trying to convince him to let her out, and then the child started to beg to be let out. So
Hmm.
it seems a little fishy to me.
Oh no, there was a monster there that was going to hurt him. I was trying to save him from the monster.
That is very interesting. Now tell me, why would Alcido have your wife and child behind the door with a monster?
It wasn't him, but I know it doesn't make any sense. But I heard it with. It was clear as day to me. Clearly, they somehow maybe they were transported from that place with the beholder, and they were put back there somehow. Maybe the whole town's back there. I don't know. Maybe it's a portal into the town. Did you think about that?
But wouldn't it be strange for you to be the only one to hear it? I put my ear to that door twice, and I didn't hear so much as a mouse fart.
Well, in the Book of Bob, they say when pure love echoes through eternity, and maybe that's just a pure love echoing.
What?
That's certainly a take.
No, I think we should leave that door alone, Kevin.
I'll leave it alone for right now. Anyway, I got my tea. How long
But
do you get out?
At least you can sort of take solace in the notion that at least you know where Georgina and Paul are. They're not going to be running around. They're always going to be safe in that one spot.
With a monster.
Oh God,
Right.
we gotta get into that room.
Wow.
Sort of just kind of glares over at Aurelian.
Well, anyway, Ormelian, how long are you out here before Sid comes back?
He can come back whenever he chooses.
And what do you do when you're inside that body? Like, is it
I watch.
boring?
It's pretty boring, actually. Yes, actually.
Is it?
Imagine, it might be difficult for you, but imagine just thinking constantly and not having any ability to do anything about it.
Oh my God, that sounds like hell. That sounds like the worst place you can be on Earth. I mean, any place that would make you think forever, it would be awful.
Imagine.
I mean, I fell asleep thinking up there for like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
You must have been in...
Immense pain. Yes,
I
exactly.
can imagine. Head pounding, bleeding from the nose, ears, maybe?
I don't think so. I touch my nose and ears to look for blood. No bleeding. Is
Are you
that
sure you
normal?
didn't break anything?
I did hurt my foot kicking the door, but no, not when I was thinking.
I can understand. Very difficult.
While Aurelian and Kevin are having a discussion, Shervin's gonna kind of look around and take a look at some of the drawings that Aurelian has made.
It's clothes. It's fashion design.
Oh, not-
Good or bad fashion design?
yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm pretty sure that's in the eye of the beholder.
No, these are quite good. Did you
Well-
get any? Did you get any inspiration from the party last night?
Well, actually, while after your dance and Sid ran off and he needed a few minutes to himself, I was able to come and chat with a few of the people at the party, and I spoke to the sisters who made the whole design, and I asked them to make a few things and send them our way, and I was going to send them that wing of the dragon that we got and see if they could do anything with that too.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. You could probably have a fashionable pair of boots or gloves from dragon leather.
I can only
Or even
imagine,
that.
but I might as well have a little bit of fun when I'm able.
Yep.
Question. When Sid touches himself from time to time in the pleasurable way, are you
Then-
seeing that too?
You don't have to answer to that.
No. Why?
I mean, I don't know.
Why do you want to know this?
I mean, it's the first thing that really came to my mind. If I was stuck in my body and I couldn't do anything about it, I'd see some weird things from time for time. I mean, just 2 nights ago, I was having a really good time with the pubic stone. I feel like it'd be weird just watching me do that. You know, I'd want to make myself pay for it or something. Like, no one should get a free show. That's how capitalism works, right?
You want to punish yourself?
No, I feel like it would be a good show, but, you know, I feel like... Anyway, just answer the question. Do you know when he's doing the diddly poke?
When I'm not in charge, I try to stay as far away as possible. I understand what's going on in general when there's conversation, when there's events happening, I try to take notice, but when it's just his own time, I withdraw as much as I can.
Got it. So you can kind of see. You're just trying to ignore it. Okay. If I think of any more questions, I'll come talk to you. In the meantime, I'm gonna go drink my whatever this liquid is.
You might want to slow down. Make sure you don't hurt anything else.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, thinking's so tough. And Kevin kind of walks off, leaving you two to talk. Hey, it was nice meeting you, melon guy.
Melon guy.
How do you deal with that on a daily basis?
I don't know. At this point, I try to avoid them as much as I can, but sometimes you just can't.
Are you sure the rest of you aren't being brought down by increments?
So, hey, did you all figure out the whole thing with the books not being writable?
Is that Fifi? Is that you?
Oh,
You look
yeah,
down.
yeah. I heard you guys talking, and I came over, but I was just wondering if we're still doing the whole trying to write things from those weird books and getting gibberish.
No, that's a good question, Fifi. No, I haven't figured out how to record what information we found. Aurelian, were you present when we were reading some of the books in that part of the basement?
Oh, it's not Professor. Oh, hi.
Hi.
You're not my dad.
I like her.
She's very
Yes,
straightforward.
I was present during that.
So,
Honestly,
do you recall what we went over?
I don't recall it any more than any of you do. Probably less so because Alcino was in charge at that moment. But
Maybe if you write it, since you were not the one who actually read it, you were just kind of observing. Maybe you could do it.
I don't know that it works like that. And honestly,
That's the point. None of us know how it works.
yeah, I was. If you're asking me, I wouldn't read those very much.
Well, they were very interesting from what I can remember. I wish I could remember more.
Well, it might be interesting, but at what cost?
Well, they might have had some answers as far as what happened to you and your brother when you were younger.
Well, I know I died,
And yet you're still here.
and that's because of him.
So would you say that your body might have just perished?
Well, I would say that that's probably pretty accurate at the case.
So then, why for that circle, though? That glowing circle?
Typically, a circle is meant to keep something in or keep something out. And
Now that I think about it, I do recall there was some movement within that circle that I thought I saw when we were reading the books. Just out of the corner of my eye, I saw some. It's sort of like when you're in the desert and you look to the horizon and it's sort of watery looking, but it's not really water. That's sort of what I saw within the circle.
Oh,
within the
like
circle.
heat magnification.
Yes.
Hmm.
So do you think that whatever was whatever purpose that circle has something to do with the room or the door.
Have any of us tried to go in the circle?
Sid was very explicit about not going anywhere near that circle.
Did he know that you saw anything in there?
I can't remember. Did Sherbin mention anything about that?
I don't think so.
I don't think she did. No, I don't think I mentioned it at the time. I thought we were reading the books for so long that I thought it must have been a trick of my eyes.
Everything's clear in retrospect. We probably should have just tried tossing Fremendane's body in there before we melted it down.
That was interesting. You probably don't want to deal with anything coming out of that circle, but if you want to talk to whatever might be in there, there might be a way.
You know of a way to communicate with whatever is inside that circle?
I do, and Alcido does, but it's not very guaranteed, I suppose.
Do you know where that thing connects?
No, the only way you're going to know that is if you speak to what's in there.
I don't know. If Sid knows about this, but he never volunteered the information, do you think maybe he thinks it's a bad idea to do that?
I can tell you that he was not very... he was concerned. I'll say that much, but if you want to let him know about what you saw, I can have... Well, not that I can. He's more than welcome to come back whenever he likes. I can just go get him.
Well, whenever he decides to come back, I'll definitely let him know what I saw. But
Well, when you do, keep an eye on him. He's, he's not always the most wise when it comes to taking that kind of risk.
are you saying he's too cautious or not cautious enough?
Funny thing is, everybody thinks that, but it's more the other way around. All the emotions, all the acting out part of him, or that most people think is me, I guess, is all him. He's got the will, he's got the emotion. I'm just kind of a traveler, along for the ride.
Well, it's good to finally meet you face to face, in a way.
Oh,
do you have memories that he doesn't have? About
well,
your family or whatever?
I have memories of my life from being separate from him up until 13, until the end of it.
Because it seems like your parents were kind of freaks.
That's pretty accurate. He got the worst of it.
Do you remember what the purpose was for what your parents did to you and Sid?
Well, we were always taught how to fight against things that go bump in the night, things that lie behind the veil, and that's all we were taught. And truthfully, what happened that night was sprung on the both of us.
So your parents kept you both in the dark?
In a sense, they taught us skills, they taught us how to find these things, how to blend in, but they didn't really give us a reason why. It was just the way it is, the way we were brought up. And he could never actually do anything, and he learned. I could do, and he acted more as my set of encyclopedias, if you will.
So he was more sort of the book smarts, and you were the street smarts as far as whatever it was that your parents were training you to do.
Well, I was the only one who could apply it. He could try, and I roll up the sleeves and show the the etchings look like scars that look like just writing going around the hole of my arm. As we grew up, my father thought that the best way for us to learn was through repeated stress. And in doing so, he would etch these words, these spells on our bodies, thinking that it would help us focus and get control of our powers.
Oh,
Got
I
to
said
me,
that was shy about taking off his shirt. All right.
for me, it got up until about the elbow. He unbuttons the collar and shows that it's all up on the torso as well.
Or, you know, you could just focus and learn.
Sid never could. He learned, but he couldn't apply.
Fascinating.
That's why he had Deus and Millie make him that little device.
Oh, so he could. So do you think he made that device so that he wouldn't have to rely on you so much?
Possible. Trying to forge his own little path.
Fair. Now, do you resent him for trying to do that?
Hard to resent somebody who cared about you enough to try to hold on to you after your death.
Well put.
Aren't
Well,
you
are you-
both?
Are you happy where you are right now, sharing this body with Sid, or are you interested in looking for another vessel?
That's some dangerous concept you're getting into there.
Well, I mean, if you're comfortable with Kevin asking me what you do when you touch yourself, I figure this isn't that far, you know.
I heard my name, but it was good timing because I brought you a gift. Are you still there, or Melon?
For now,
Oh,
do
perfect.
I feel like I should go and get Sid.
No. Look, I know you've been trapped in there for a while, and you probably, have a lot of
I'm
desires.
gonna go get dinner. Bye, guys.
I brought you this gift, and I slowly hand you, secretly, so no one else can see a pubic stone. Yeah, I brought this for you. If you get more time out, go crazy. I recommend the bathroom on the second floor. It seems pretty peaceful in there. And I also drew you this picture. And I give it it's a stick-drawn girl with really big boobs and wavy hair. You're welcome. Hey, it's nice meeting you. Try not to be so much of a parasite. But thanks for, I guess you helped Sid in some way. Thanks. He's a real good guy. All right, good talking to you, Melon. And I hit you on the back of the shoulder and I walk off.
Georgine isn't going to be able to recognize Kevin's junk if that's how he's using the pubic stone.
I don't know what to say. Why don't... Wow. With that, why don't you head on down and I'll have him come back. I feel like I need some time now. And Sherbin,
Yes,
keep an eye out on him, will you?
of course.
What he pulled at that gala with the commoners.
Yes. That was
may be a
that was-
problem.
Yes, that it might have been one of the best things that he could have done, or possibly political suicide. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I promise you, I will keep an eye on your brother as best as I can.
I appreciate it. I'll send him down shortly.
Got it.
Okay. And with that conversation over, we go to the workbench.
We've been working on that Aether Wind Crystal, trying to see if there's a way to basically just make some sort of backpack-like strap apparatus that
You're trying to turn him into the Rocketeer.
Yes, PowerPoint with all the little cute flying on. I was working on the PowerPoint. He was working on the application.
Yeah, so that's what we've
the
been.
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer was great.
It was such a good movie.
I don't think I saw it.
The Disney movie, which surprised me.
Yeah,
Jennifer
like Touchstone, right? Yeah.
This reminds me of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
No, this is better.
It reminds me.
It shouldn't. The movie was terrible. Okay, so you're just working on that then.
Yeah.
Did I give you a time limit on how long it'll take you to make it?
Nope.
How long do you want to work on it tonight?
Until someone tells us there's a party in the sub-basement again.
Doesn't look like that's happening tonight.
I thought that's what Aurelian just told Shervin to go to. Or that just go downstairs in general.
I go downstairs in general, but I won't rule out anything.
Oh, okay.
So we're
I
actually
misinterpreted.
working until bath time.
The bath time is right before you go to bed.
Yes.
So we'll say that you put in 8 hours today.
It's good work.
Which means put in 4 more hours tomorrow before you get on the airship. You should have it done by then.
Cool. Nice.
And the cost of the materials will be half the cost of boots and money.
Which we'll have to look up, because
Yeah.
fuck the DMG.
Well, they've got the reasonable magic item price
Oh,
list.
sane list.
That's
Yeah,
the
not
one.
reasonable.
That's the
Sane.
I'm going to look that up just in
It's
case it's
really
not
good.
something that's...
I think it
For
works well.
some things, but there's some that are just as bad, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Okay. So you work on it tonight. Does anyone else have anything they want to do before the morning?
I'll have Sid head down when he's back. If
Okay.
they're still going, if they go down.
Well, they were going. I don't think you said to go down to the sub base.
Well-
No,
downstairs, right?
No, I know, but he would go and talk to them at least.
You being hopeful.
Is that something we could say for the airship, maybe, or another time?
If they don't want to, if we don't want to go down into the basement tonight, sure.
Well, is that what you want to do? Because I'm not going to tell you
Don't
you
need
can't
to.
do it. I'm just trying to progress the story if it's just talking.
It would just be talking,
Okay.
discuss.
Okay. Morning time. It's about 8 a.m. Assuming everyone wakes up on time, everybody's awake. Unless somebody decides to sleep in. I think that was Kevin likes to sleep in.
I like to sleep in.
No, Vegas likes to sleep in. Kevin gets up early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't afford it, even with the half price.
How much is it?
8,000 for the winged boots, 5,000 for wings of flying,
Call
and...
it 2,000.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll give you all my gold.
I mean, it's a pretty good item.
It is. 2,000 total or 2,000, and then we cut and build the half of that.
2,000 total. That's half.
I don't know if we could...
I'll let you go into down the.
We'll work towards it. Yeah, we'll work it
We'll
on.
say that the Ironworks lent you some of the ingredients, but you do have to eventually pay that back. And if you take too long, they're going to start charging interest.
Oh, okay.
Like Rowena.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look up and see how the...
Maybe we don't need Aurelian's music anymore.
No, I did not realize that was Aurelian's music.
It is now.
Winged boots, not boots of flying. I keep getting the name wrong.
It's morning time. You like to sleep in, but you wanted to work on the boots today. So are you sleeping in, or are you going to work on the boots, or work on the jetpack rather?
Well, Millie's gonna wake me up, and then we're gonna go work on the backpack.
Around noon, there's a knock on the door. Beatrice goes to answer it, realizing nobody else will.
I can run back. We don't hear shit.
That's fair.
Come in.
And she anyone who's nearby sees Beatrice looking a little bit overwhelmed as she's she's arms full of garment bags that she's pulling in. She has to do this to hold all of them, and then she finds a chair to set them down on before she gets to work finding like a clothing rack where she can hang things. But it's just garment bags coming from the Mega Sisters.
Goodness.
What did I call? I'm blanking on what I called their job.
The little prick.
The little prick. Thank you. It's a great name for a seamstress.
I remember it.
Not you. But come on, that's a great name for a seamstress. Her shop called the Little Prick.
Kind of funny.
Thank you. Alright. My sister does fashion design, in case you didn't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
She should name her shop the Little Prick. That'd be great.
Yeah. Did you think about that?
No, everyone just think I'm talking about myself.
If the shoe fits. Alright, so. Love you.
That's more of a cobbler thing, though. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Okay, so the garment bags are sat down. Short time later, there's another knock on the door, another delivery. At this point, it's like a hand truck of materials being brought in crates marked Sky Steel Manufacturing. And they have to set up a little ramp so that they can pull it up and into the house and set it down before they go up. And the guy stands there waiting for a tip from Beatrice, and she's not getting the clue. He just eventually leaves. So the boxes are literally sitting in the entryway now, or basically the foyer. You guys are hard at work. You're almost done. You have another hour. If you woke up at 9.
Were those materials that were just delivered related to what we're working on?
No.
Oh, okay.
Probably the parachutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you like to do? It's getting close to the time where the airships are going to begin taking passengers if you wanted to take one today.
I come kind of trudging down the main steps, looking completely exhausted. Like disheveled, sleeves rolled up of my normal shirt. Look at the garment bags and just...
There's a lot of them.
and just go off into the kitchen for coffee.
Okay.
Turbin comes down. Turbin comes down a little while later, looking refreshed and well rested, and she's heading towards the kitchen for a light breakfast.
I come on down. Hey, Ormelian, or is it Sid? Which one's there?
As Sherbin and Kevin come into the kitchen, I pull down my sleeves real fast. Morning. I guess you had a conversation with him last night.
Oh, you look tired, Sid.
Yeah, I was trying to make the Neolith work, and I might have overdid it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. How's your pubic feeling?
What?
Never mind. And I wink, but I'm winking at Ormelian because I assume you can see me.
It's like looking deep into Sid's eye to see like the little person within his eye.
Exactly. I'm looking in your eyes, but like through your eye, if that makes sense.
Is that why there was one of those stones in my room?
You're welcome. Wink. I said it out loud too.
Sherwin's just sitting on like one of those high breakfast bar stools, just quietly sipping her tea, looking between them, sipping some more tea. Goes back to her breakfast.
She's Kermit right now, just sipping the tea.
Okay.
It's airship day.
Yes, airship day.
Yeah.
All right. What do we need to do before we get going?
Well, I have all my affairs in order. But we should probably see if the rest of the housemates have their affairs in order as well.
I was told specifically that having an affair is a bad thing against Bob, so I would never do that.
No, not that. Not any adulterous affairs. Your business, personal affairs.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, I packed.
At this moment, the little white dog pushes open the kitchen door and walks out of it into the kitchen and just kind of looks at the entire group and then turns and walks down the hall towards the entryway.
Hey, Bob, we're going on an airship. You're welcome to come. That's my dog, Bob.
You adopted the dog?
Where did you get a dog?
It kind of adopted me. I found it in the cellar. It kind of found me in the cellar. I felt like I was filled with Bob's love.
Is it too early to drink wine?
It's never too early to drink. Hey,
there is a glass that is almost instantaneously put down in front of you, Sid. And the morning cook just kind of winks at you and fills it up all the way to the brim with red wine.
Too many people are winking at me this morning.
Thank you for pardon, sir. And he backs up very quickly into the kitchen.
What to
Yeah, I packed my bags. Oh, go ahead, Sherwin.
Sherwin just still doesn't say anything. She just slowly, with her foot, pushes an extra bar stool beside her open, like to offer Sid to have a seat.
I take a seat. I take the wine, but don't drink it. I continue with the coffee for now. For now.
Okay. You hear all kinds of hammering, banging, expletives, etc. coming from the backyard.
Implied expletives.
So, you hear implied expletives and real expletives, and furious writing on a chalkboard, which you can
numerous
assume
chalk
are
cracking.
What was that?
Chalk cracking. Snap.
What's going on there?
You're looking out one of the windows, and you see Millie and Deus are having a very heated conversation, but it's not like an angry conversation. It's more like, oh, I just got a great idea. Oh, let me build on that idea. Let me try something. It's that kind of thing going back and forth, and you see them with some kind of crystals and what appears to be like a couple of cylinders stuck together with straps on them.
I don't know if I have enough energy to be concerned.
Here we are trying to do a nice thing for someone.
Yeah. So Millie, should I go get Kevin and strap this on him and see if he can survive in the stratosphere?
I really thought you said, should I go eat Kevin?
Maybe later.
Oh.
Yeah. But that might be too late. What if it doesn't work? He might fall to his death. Millie, he might fall to his death.
Don't get any thoughts, Millie.
At least it'll be for
Millie will
science.
Grab the backpack and put it on. Just give it a light, foot off the ground test.
Okay, so it's the way that you built it is not just the backpack. It has extendable metal rods that then flip over and reveal. It kind of flips out like a flat golf club, like
Putter?
A putter? Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say.
no, I'm thinking like the gardening tool, the one that's used to like
A hoe?
tamp down. More or less a hoe, but not like the one with the fingers.
Hey?
Don't. Do not.
Okay, because that was like the perfect setup.
Like the foot supports on a wheelchair?
Yes, thank you. Like the foot supports on a wheelchair. So these fold down, and then the foot supports come out, and you step in them as you hold on to the jetpack, and it's what gives you that vertical lift.
That makes sense. So it's pulling you essentially through the air.
But
Yeah,
making
it's
sure
like
that you're
it's
not
like
like
a
flailing.
flying
Yeah.
pogo stick.
Yeah, because if you flail, then you're going to make yourself go flying everywhere. This allows you to focus where you're going.
Very prescient.
Just with your feet?
Well, it's more keeping your feet straight.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, your hands are free while using this once it's properly affixed.
Yeah, you just hit the buttons and then.
Cool. Yeah, I'll,
We could say you can use the feet as like pedals for let me go further, let me go back. It's like movement kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
that's the main thing is that wouldn't inhibit the purpose being airborne combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll try to see if they can hover a foot off the ground, and then go to the cliff of,
Roll a tinkering check with advantage because you both worked on it.
Supports.
I mean, it didn't have to be you necessarily.
22.
Okay. You hear the sound of like an engine backfiring as you like plop, flop off to the ground and then come right back down, and you're like wait for something to happen, and nothing does, and then you press the button again, and this time it's like a smooth stream of hot air that's being pushed out and lifting you up, and you start hovering above the ground.
Cool. I'm gonna go to our cliff of convenient disposal and just make sure it works with more distance to the ground below.
Okay, as soon as you go over the cliff, you fall.
Sweet.
Now, you maintain your height.
Do I see any dead goats down there?
Yes.
Don't count them, Millie. Don't count them.
You also find the ruins of a house that was apparently built at the bottom of the mountain. So,
Was it
Must have been a shitty house if only a
fire?
couch broke it.
Yeah, right.
what was that?
It must have been a shitty house if only a couch broke it.
There was a lot of stuff that you threw over.
But
the
it was a
cliff.
lot of like a couch, a chair, things of those
You
nature.
threw a lot of things
Yeah.
down that cliff.
Caustic material.
That's the one I'd be more worried about.
Dead
Someone had a
bodies.
melted
Yeah.
dead body fall through their ceiling. Cool.
Millie, there's nothing wrong with having him try it out prior to falling to his death.
And they just shakes her head.
Kevin, your ears begin burning as if you feel like someone's talking about you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call the backpack Millie's final prank, and we'll see if it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, takes the backpack off, waits to give it to Kevin on the airship.
Oh, you're not going to test it here?
No, that's
Just-
my whole point.
I just did. That was the
Kevin test.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh no, I'm not
The
like
weight is off. The height is off. Does he know how to do the controls?
I like
I
it.
think no at this point.
So, final prank.
Yeah.
I mean, we can resize it before testing it.
It's more than resizing. It's a matter of if he can like navigate.
I mean, at worst, he can just fly into the ground. So,
Yes, that would be at worst. Yes.
I mean,
That way
there's
it
a
creates
speed
something.
limitation in that the thing will only propel
Yeah,
you so fast.
terminal velocity is it. That's
Yeah,
it.
you can't go past terminal velocity, for sure.
It just goes to see. Well, it'll help us determine how idiot-proof our design was, or not.
Okay, so note that I'm protesting to Millie, but I'm not doing anything to just so you know.
Okay?
There's no Rogan house staff, right?
No.
Damn. Okay. And is it So like you push, it's like push buttons, kind of like a jetpack. Type, push the buttons, activate.
It's push to start and push to stop.
Gotcha.
But once it's started, you use the foot pedals to navigate and more power or less.
Cool. We've got at least half the money accounted for.
Okay. The Money Pit was such a good movie. Oh my god. You're right. That totally does remind me of The Money Pit. You don't like The Money Pit?
No, the movie, great. The reality of it sucks.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
As a homeowner. Yeah, anyway. Tom Hanks movie. Good movie. Used to watch it all the time as a kid. No. Even Strokes. Sorry, it's going to be stuck in my head now. Yeah, so. Lynn Fifi, Kevin, what are you doing this morning as the gang prepares to take an airship?
Just slowly eating breakfast.
Yep, I'm done with everything I need to do. Everything's packed, ready to go.
Well, apparently you're getting claps.
I guess they got a living will.
Yeah, but he's working right now.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't show up.
Yeah. So.
What fun send-off music.
It's like the Titanic.
This is the Renewed Gardens music from Juno in our old campaign, but I figure it fits for this kind of area. Anytime I think Renewed Gardens, I think of Jesse's character Drake the Horrendous, where he assaulted the Sandorian ambassador, stole their stuff, and then he finds the group as they're about ready to get on an airship. It's like, hey guys, how you doing? You want to get the fuck out of here, like right now? Yeah. So.
I dig it.
Yeah. That was my favorite character he's ever played.
I dig the name.
Drake the Horrendous. He was a brawler. Okay.
Pugilist is so bad.
It was the Pathfinder brawler class.
Yeah, but that 5th edition homebrew Pugilist is close to it. Yeah, it's like no, it's great. It's like the most popular homebrew on DM's Guild.
That's cool. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Gesundheit, in fact. You ever get that sneeze where your entire body hurts because it's like all your muscles just cramped while you sneeze? Get that lingering pain. Yeah, I hate that.
It's like, no, Bones, you stay in the body when I sneeze.
Okay, so everybody leaves the house. Well, actually, before you leave the house, Sherbin, you see the boxes from the Sky Steel Manufactory in the middle of the house. What?
Nothing.
Okay. And it's got a note on top of the boxes. Do you read it?
Yes. Yes, I go over and inspect the note and see who it's addressed to.
It says, Lady Sherman. So, immediately to you. I believe this is something that you requested. Garleans came up with this quite some time ago. Seems it's probably time for Ishgard to employ them.
Quite some time.
Well, he is.
Ancient records show that 300 years past they have this technology.
He is a Garlean, so.
I know, but it's just funny that they didn't think to do it till now.
Yeah. Well, when you open up the boxes, each one contains a parachute, more or less. It is not the sleek and efficient design that you would know of from the real world, but it does the job.
Beautiful.
And there's one for everybody.
Do they come with instructions?
Yeah, there's a how-to guide inside of each box.
Beautiful.
How do they affix to the person? Backpack, chest?
Backpack.
Okay.
Wait, what did we get?
Well, 'cause some are chest parachutes versus back, depending on
it's
emergency
like
and
a
research.
backpack.
Parachute.
Yeah, Sid sent you parachutes.
Look, these are, like, according to these instructions, we're supposed to wear them like backpacks, but strap them on, and then if something happens on the airship, where if we happen to fall off, or if the airship crashes, we should have be able to pull the strap, and then a big blanket will come out, and it'll catch the wind, and we will safely float down to the ground below.
Ow, that sounds like a lot of things. What's this thing called?
A parachute.
No, but I only got one of them. Where's the other?
Knew it.
You just have one.
Oh no, but you said there was a pair of chutes. I have one chute. I need a second one.
No, it's not. No, pardon my accent. It is a parachute.
Oh, so it's not a pair of chutes.
No, just one.
Okay, it's supposed to stop us from falling?
Yes. You're specifically stop the person who is wearing the parachute from falling.
Hey. And like, okay. And when,
So
and how do they work? Like, what do I do?
What happens is if you are falling out of the sky for whatever reason, at some point there is a special string on this parachute. You pull the string.
Don't pull it now. Don't pull it
I'm
now.
so about to pull it now. You totally caught me.
One less pair.
He didn't actually
So what-
pull it.
So what happens when you pull the string? A big blanket will pop out of the back, and this blanket will have ropes attached to it that attaches to your backpack, and you will then float down safely to the ground.
Whatever you say. I mean, kind of seems silly to put blankets
Right.
and ropes attached to your back, but
Right, very silly. Hopefully we won't even have to
That's
use them
silly.
this time. Oh, this is wonderful. I wonder, let's see, Beatrice,
Yes, ma'am.
would you be a dear and could you make a copy of these instructions and send the copy to Sir Emmerich at his office, and along with the notes saying that this is what Sherbin was talking about when she meant about provisions to prevent any unnecessary fallen deaths from airship.
Yes. I could do that, miss.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you going to be off for some time now?
Yeah, we're gonna be away for a bit, Beatrice. Just keep things held down here, and we hopefully won't be gone that long.
Master's away. Can't wait to throw a party. Just a joke. Just a joke.
pinatas.
Maybe when we get back, nice. If we get
Yes.
back in one piece.
Yes, of course. Best of luck to all of you. Oh, before you go, did you want to take those clothes with you? They got delivered this morning.
No, I will. I'll attend to that when we return. If they can just be put in my room for now, that'd be fantastic.
Yes, of course. I think I'll try to take it up in multiple trips this time.
Oh, no rush.
Oh, Sid, did you take a look at some of the sketches your brother made?
I did. Actually, not bad if I'm
Yes,
being honest.
yes, I think some of them look very handsome.
Maybe I'll take one or two with me.
All right, so you just grab two at random.
Yep.
Nothing but chocobo heads.
Actual chocobo heads.
Oh.
Just severed.
They were a little
and
too
stuffed in
literal with the
Yeah.
the sketches.
Okay, so after all of this, you make your way to the airship landing, which is just outside the Athenium Astrologicum. Convenient. There is a long line of people standing at the customs counter waiting to get onto the airship.
I wonder what's the holdup. Is the line moving at all?
The line is moving, albeit slowly.
Do the people in line appear to have tickets, or do they appear to have passes like we do?
They appear to have money, and it looks like they're being sold tickets at the counter.
Millie's gonna walk right up to the gate, like at Disneyland, or like a pre-order pickup line, just like multi-pass.
Leo Dallas.
Yep.
Millie Deus Multipass.
All right, come on through.
I don't know if it's easy to see, but the eye movements made that.
Bring your group. Come on, let's go. And then you're walking past a bunch of disgruntled people that are like, "What's this? What's this?"
Drunk.
Somebody under their breath, "Fucking nobles." Then as you're walking by, for the sake of ease, Genbu stays at the house for now. But as you're walking by, a little Elzen kid, "Mommy, why does she have horns?" Do you stick around to hear the mother answer, or do you keep walking?
I just smile and wave at the kid, and I don't pay too much attention to what the mother says. 'Cause I know better.
Okay. The mother, as you wave to the kid, the mother just takes his head and turns it away from you, like points it inwards, and you keep walking.
One horn for every child's soul I've stolen.
So 2?
Always room for a third.
Okay. But as you're walking by, you actually notice one of the people standing in line is Lord Zamail, and he's there with his entourage, looking very annoyed to be in a line. But he notices you as you walk by. Doesn't say anything.
I give him the up nod.
Like, what's up, dude? What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
All right.
Hey, don't I know you from the party?
Yes, you do.
Ah, we're about to go on an airship.
That's lovely. Keep walking.
What are you doing?
The same.
Oh,
Not walking.
why aren't you walking?
Oh, you see, I'm busy here actually being a functioning, polite member of society, not one that scrapes off whatever leavings they can get from Lord Amaric. You understand?
Not really. I just, well, whatever.
Yes.
I mean, enjoy
Upon
that.
second thought, it's clearly lost on you.
Yeah.
Have a sweet flight. I certainly hope that nothing bad happens to you or yours on your journey.
Oh, that's so thoughtful. Hey, you have a good time standing in line, though.
He doesn't say anything more.
I'm gonna, utilizing that distraction, Millie's gonna skip to just like skipping to the airship to mask her little physical motions of a minor illusion to put for 1 minute, because that's how long it lasts, bird shit on his shoulder. That he can't wipe off because it's an illusion.
Yeah. No! Get a rag! Yes. Alright. So that happens. Okay, and you approach the customs gate and they open up a side gate and let you through.
Good. Millie can't go through customs.
You can?
The shit that Millie has on her can't be taken through customs.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm like, wait a second, did I miss something in your backstory?
I'm allergic to customs, specifically.
Okay. As you get through, you see that Emmerich and Estinian are actually on the pad, and they seem to be supervising the airships. And they're talking to various soldiers that are around, and pointing at things, and that sort of nature. And they see you approach as you come through customs. Ah, Cliffhangers. I see you finally decided to show up. Sleeping, did you?
It was a bit of a long night.
Yes. Well, to recover from that party, it probably would have taken multiple long nights, I assume.
You're not wrong.
Well, have you decided where you'll be off to? All of our airships are functioning.
I look back at everybody. I think we decided Ulda, right? Ulda first?
Correct.
Hoorah. Yes. I've had the pleasure of visiting a few times. Diplomatic missions, more so than anything. Not really pleasure, you see. Although I do hear that pleasure is available if you go to the Gold Saucer.
We did hear about that.
Not that kind. My sister's over here shaking her head at me.
Must you commentate everything
Yes,
I do?
I must. Okay.
Millie will create an illusion of a gold plate because she has no idea if the gold saucer is literal or not.
It's a theme park.
What's a theme park?
Question mark, because what? Yeah, that.
Well, I've never had to describe one before. Imagine roller coasters, card games, drinks.
What's a roller coaster?
Um,
What's a card game?
you know what?
Do you know what? In your village, did you have playgrounds for your little children?
I mean,
I don't know. Did
children
we?
should be working, shouldn't they?
Hey,
Well, maybe not for you, Kevin, but I mean, for the other little children in the village, they have sort of a special place designated for them to play that maybe had some swings, some things for them to climb on, a sandbox.
sure.
Well, take that concept, but
Thanks.
exponentially more so for adults, much more fancier and on a grander scale.
Big slide.
So,
Yes.
pretty much a playground for adults with lots of money.
And drinks.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I probably shouldn't be speaking too loudly about drinking. One in my position probably should maintain sobriety as much as possible, or at least the illusion of such.
Sherburne kind of gives like a subtle double take up at Emmerich.
Don't be cheeky.
I didn't say anything.
Yes, well, if I could give you some advice about visiting Ulda, do your best not to get embroiled in their politics.
Our track record's so good.
Which is why I say so. Also, make sure to watch your purses and pockets.
Well, all right. Seems easy enough.
That's probably the extent of the advice that I could offer. Fortunately, I don't know too much about Ulda, but if you have questions, I can perhaps answer to the best of my ability.
Well,
Don't I feel useless?
will it still be cool there, or
Oh, the temperature.
yes?
No. Ulda is a desert climate, in fact. You will not want your cold weather clothes.
Oh, well, why didn't you tell me this? Kevin starts unpacking his clothes. Yeah. Would you mind having someone put this back at the at Sid's place? Oh, I'm sorry, Master Silo's place.
Is it cold enough in general in Ishgard that we would need our cold weather clothing on to go to the airship?
It's cold enough in Ishgard that there's standing snow.
So yeah, so we probably would be wearing it. Maybe not fully decked up, but at least wearing it.
Oh, I'm fully decked up.
Well, yeah. Well, hearing that it's a desert just...
I mean, the airship ride there will probably still be cold given the altitude.
I only need one outfit. We're good.
Alright. Okay. Well, it is quite warm and quite dry and perilous in many aspects of the word. Beautiful city, though.
Do you recommend a specific place where we could find lodgings? One that's not too dangerous?
Well, yes, if you're looking for permanent lodgings, as in you want to buy a residence.
No. Nothing permanent. Just
No.
an inn.
Well, you may try the Quicksands. It is an inn that doubles as the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. You want to ask for Master Mamodi?
Right. Master Mamodi at the Quicksands.
Wait, shit. Is Mamodi Gridania? Fuck.
Mion isn't Mion Gridania?
Mion is thank you. Mion is Gridania. Mamodi is Momodi. Is Ul'dah.
Momodi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, all right. Thank you very much for your advice.
Yes, I'm happy to help. If there's anything that you need, please just send word to Ishgard, and within our ability, I will help.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for saying us off. You two lovely gentlemen. That was very kind of you. Thank you.
It's Finian who hasn't said anything up to this point, just grunts, and then goes back to watching people load onto the airships.
I feel much the same way.
Oh, I think you might have
What does
smiled.
that mean? What does that mean?
Rough morning?
Every morning's rough. As he just looks around. You there! Stop running! It's an airship landing. You want to fall to your death? You can't jump. Idiots. And then Emmerich says, "Calm, Estinian. Calm, my friend. Good luck on your trip. I believe that is your airship over there." And he points off to the side where there's many people loading onto a much larger airship than the one you originally took. And it seems to have the flag of Ul'dah painted on the side of it.
Cool. So on the embarking ramp, then, Millie and Deus will pull Kevin aside. Or, realizing she has showed a chalkboard to Kevin, she'll point to Deus to narrate.
Oh yeah. So Kevin, we made you a gift.
Wait, for me? It's not my birthday.
Well, I know, but sometimes you can give gifts outside of the birthday realm, right? So,
Of course.
so Millie's gonna get it set up for you, and in case anything goes wrong, I just want you to know that I voiced my discontent.
I don't know how a gift could go wrong. I mean, a gift from you two. That's just so kind. I don't deserve it.
So Millie will take out the apparatus. She'll put it on herself just to show, like, oh, you put it on, put your foot here, you put your foot here. She doesn't turn it on, though, but she shows how it goes. Then she'll basically, kind of like something like getting size for a suit, she'll do that to put it on Kevin, get it all strapped in, get his legs in the right spot, and then she'll push the button for him so it turns on, and she pushes him off the landing.
Okay.
He just would float.
Yeah, you're literally just floating off of the landing on the side of the airship.
I'm floating. I'm floating. How am I floating?
And as you move your feet, you start to go up a little bit higher, and then kind of erratically jerk to the side, and then you stop moving your feet, and the erratic motion stops.
I don't know what that says, but I see two boobies. I like it.
Well, we knew you would.
Hey, how do I move towards? And I kind of like move towards you guys now. Oh, I think I'm getting it.
Yeah, you just kind of like flop your feet around a little bit, and you'll like move where you want to go.
Oh, what do you call this thing?
Millie's final prank.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the name was already done.
You can come up with a name later if you don't want to come.
No, Millie's final prank is good.
Yeah.
To save time, Millie will just take like her extra rope and like lasso Kevin, just like pull him like a balloon onto the airship, so we're not blocking the ramp.
No, I think
Yeah,
I can
you
carry
are.
you. And I
Kevin,
think I
maybe
can
you
carry
should
you if
flap
I
your
got it right.
arms again.
I don't need to. I just have to move my feet. And then I try to like bring you up onto the airship. But I kind of go way too fast because I'm still getting the whole hang of it. Are you holding on to
the you since you lassoed him?
If he's going in the direction of the airship, I'll
Yeah.
hang on and just whee.
But he said he went too fast, so you get tugged in that direction.
Yep.
Hey,
For mechanical reference, it goes as fast as your walking speed, so anything that affects your walking speed would affect the speed of the boots.
Makes sense.
Hey.
Makes sense.
The wings of flying give you a faster speed, but they're more limited in duration.
No, this is perfect.
Hey,
I'm kind of you. Wait, what?
Deus?
Yes, Professor.
About what percentage would you say the possibility is that those things explode?
Well, as I learned in your class, everything is a 50-50 chance. Either it happens or it doesn't.
Yes.
Probability.
Well, you know what? That's
heart attack.
that might be the best I can hope to get from that.
This is great. Every time I turn on the rocket pack, Millie's final prank, I'm going to roll a D100. If I ever get a 1, it will explode, and Dad has to figure out how much damage it gives. So I'm going to roll right
Hard
now.
work and money. that is an insult to our craftsmanship.
A 1% chance of failure is not an insult.
64. We're safe.
When the result is potentially airborne explodey death.
Well, I mean, you guys did invent something, and this is literally your prototype.
Fair.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I'll take it.
It's a 1
I
in
like
1.
that idea.
This is
Let me know
fun.
if you roll a 1.
I'll let you know every time I turn it on.
You mentioned this airship was bigger, right?
Yeah.
Like significantly.
Yeah, it's like a cruise liner compared to the
Right. How many?
destroyer.
Just at a glance, like how many more aether crystals does it have on the bottom for propulsion
All
than?
of them.
I mean, like a full bed of them,
It's
or
more. It's almost as if it's a garden of ether crystals.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Okay, I turn off the jetpack. I assume we're on the ship now. I feel like I should give you both a gift too. So, since everyone likes this deal, tell you what, you both can take it. I'll split it in half. I'll give you 311 gil each as a gift.
Aw.
Whoa, KT, that's a lot of cheeseburgers.
Look, I didn't bring you anything. I didn't know we were giving gifts today. And you sure are so nice making this thing for me. I mean, I feel like now I can fly any flying creature with it. If I can get the controls under control and it doesn't blow up on me, it just sure is nice. You both are getting so good at making things. I'm just so impressed. Hey, Sherwin, since I have this thing on now, do I have to wear that pair of shoots?
okay, so from just Millie's money.
You know what? It's up to you.
That'd be up.
It kind of
Okay,
gets
yeah, I would have put that towards the debt too. Yeah.
Sorry, it's 300. What?
11.
It's completely up to you, Kevin. Whichever one makes you feel more safe.
I mean, I don't even know how that pair of shoots works. I think this Millie's final prank.
Well, you can.
I'm gonna
You
wait a
can
minute.
either
The actual final prank is the detonator that Millie has.
keep it as a spare, or if you don't want your parachute, you can give it to Emmerich as a parting gift.
Oh, I'll give it to. Yeah, that's good. I just feel like wearing this MF&P is gonna be great for me.
MF&P.
I like it.
Okay, so you're giving your shoot to Emmerich?
Hey, Emmerich, I have a gift for you.
Everyone runs off the ship over to Emmerich, who's in the middle of the airship landing.
Since everyone's giving a gift today, I want to give you this gift. Apparently, if you put this on and you pull this thing and you're falling, it will slowly fall so you don't die. They call it a pair of shoes, but there's only one of them.
You kind of just shove it into his hands, and he takes it. Whoa! And he hears you talking, and then slowly he lifts his head and just looks over at Sherbin on the airship.
Keep it with you and look at the instructions that Beatrice sent to you. It'll all make sense later, I promise.
He kind of just hangs his head.
Millie pulls the cord and pushes him off the platform.
By the way, Sir Turmeric,
I love it.
I think Sherbin might have taken a liking to you. So, hey, She's a good girl. You might want to consider it. I'll talk to you later.
Emmerich actually blushes.
That sounded like a call you get in a Pokemon game from like a random trainer you used to fight. It's like, somebody takes a liking to you. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.
Smell you later.
Yeah.
That's dairy. Specifically.
No, that's Ass Butt, the rival trainer.
No, it's anytime that you name your rival, you name him Dickhead. That way when Professor Oak says, "Oh, you've met my grandson Dickhead." Yeah. All right.
Is there any chance that Lord Zamel is also on this airship to Ul'dah?
No, he's still online. Damn. You also have no idea where he was headed.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was hoping he was going to hop on the same one so I could torment him for the airship ride over.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not. The ship is filling up very quickly, however. You've gotten your stuff stowed away, you've picked cabin rooms, and the flight is at least a day away.
Cool.
Actually, no, because it's a larger ship, it would take longer to get there. So we'll say 2 days to get to Ul'dah.
Cool. Awesome. Gives us time to work on more shit.
But it starts filling up, and eventually it gets to capacity, and there's people milling about. Not everybody has a room. You guys do have staterooms, but not everybody does. It's like the ones that couldn't afford the better tickets just have to sleep in that below deck or
And they're like
on the ship.
cruise ship rooms in the sense that, like, yes, technically you can fit people in here.
Not ill. Yes. They're not fancy cruise ship rooms. They're like, it's a room.
Cool.
With a bed. Actually, 2 beds. They're bunk beds. So that's more or less what's going on. You now have roughly 200 people on the ship, 20 of which are crew. And the ship, everybody seems really excited. This is the first time the ship's been running in quite some time. So everybody that was stuck in Ishgard now has a chance to venture out elsewhere.
Are there cannons mounted on the sides of the ship?
There are, but not as many as there were on the warship. The ones that
So
you guys
despite
have.
being much bigger, it is less armed.
Correct.
Okay.
They're more like, here's my brief attempt at defense as we fly away as quickly as possible. That kind of thing. Yeah. So, what was that?
No, nothing.
You don't see too many cruise ships equipped with guns.
Tell that to Fifth Element. Because they had that space cruise ship, but then
That's different.
I know.
They didn't have. They had John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg as well that they had to worry about. You guys don't.
That fucking so good.
I love that movie. I love Gary Oldman. Okay, so you get on the airship. The ride is because you took care of the dragon threat. There's not a lot out here that would harass you on your airship. You do see lots of large birds, small birds, etc. You spot dragons in the distance, but not coming close to the ship. But for the most part, nothing really gets in your way. Nothing attacks the ship over the course of 2 days. If you had something that you wanted to accomplish over the course of that 2 days, what is it?
Well, so what's the bathing arrangements like?
There isn't. There is not a bathtub.
Is there a shower?
No.
Okay. Stinky people for 2 days.
Okay. That's good because that dictates what I'm doing.
What, losing sleep?
Yes.
Millie wanted to do 2 things. She wanted to first basically explore like every inch of this airship to see how it compares to the other airship.
Every ilm of the airship.
Thank you. I was
Is ilm inches?
Ilm is inches.
Okay, yeah, then every ilm of the ship. That's right, full split. And note what, if any, areas are off limits to people.
Okay. The off-limits areas are the captain's quarters and the deck, more or less, or not the deck, the bridge, where they're doing steering and other such. and apparently keeping track of the ether crystals, which is something that the warship did not have. This is keeping track of the crystals and their energy level. It's not sealed, so you can see inside, but it is guarded.
Inside the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it is guarded. So the door's open so you can look inside, but you can't go inside.
Okay.
That's really it in terms of off limits aside from personal rooms.
Yeah.
There's no galley.
So everyone's got to bring their own stuff?
Yeah. Well, I mean, food is handed out, but it's like
okay.
They walk by and they hand it out, or you come up and grab something and you take it back with you. But there's no actual galley. The food is not gourmet or anything like that. It's like equivalent of hardtack.
Yeah, it's a cruise in the more literal sense as opposed to the luxury sense.
Yes.
Okay. Then Millie will wait until she knows the captain is on the bridge to go take a peek at his quarters, mostly to test run her new boots and cloak.
Okay.
See if she gets caught.
With advantage, roll sneaking. Stealth.
And because the combo, it's advantage here and disadvantage there.
If somebody's trying to catch you, yeah.
That would be 19 for the stealth.
You got a 20 total or a natural 20?
19 was the total.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong stat.
You go snooping near the captain's quarters, which is larger than yours.
It was unlocked?
It is locked. And there's somebody keeping an eye. What you looking in there for? I got a nat 20.
So your nat 20s, do those count towards our limit breaks the way our nat 1s count towards yours?
No.
Boo. It was worth a shot.
My nat 1s and nat 20s don't count for anything. It's all dependent on what you roll.
Wrong word.
Navigation shots? Well, you won't find those in the captain's quarters. Bridge would be the place to look. If it's closed to you there, maybe you stop looking. But you know what they say about cats and curiosity? Curiosity gets the cat tossed off of the airship while it's mid-air.
I'll just go borrow Kevin's backpack. She'll slump her shoulders and walk back.
Okay.
Dejected.
Okay.
And then the second thing was, with the 4 remaining fire ether crystals from the other ship.
You set the ship on fire.
Yes, in revenge. While we're all on it. If I can't snoop, everyone dies. Just cooperating with Deus to see what the potential is for these crystals along the lines of trying to incorporate their fire ether into our existing weapons.
Okay.
Something along like a simple flaming enchantment or something along those lines.
You want to make a flamethrower?
No, not a flamethrower, like
a flaming ammo, like fire elemental ammo.
Exactly, but something along those lines. Just to see what.
Theoretically, it's possible, but not with the materials and tools that you have available to you right now.
Yeah, mostly just the theory and schematics. That's what we're working on because we know we need
the
to
talk about that for later because that's going to be down the line.
Yeah.
And the fire crystals that you have right now don't have enough of a charge in them to do anything close to that.
Cool. That was the only thing she wanted to do.
Okay. Anybody else want to do something on the airship over these 2 days of flight?
I'm gonna practice flying.
Okay.
Wait. Actually, how fast is the airship traveling? Faster than I can. Faster than I can walk, right?
Left behind. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm definitely not gonna practice flying. Just chilling.
I mean,
just chilling. I'm moving
If
that
you were
speed,
below
but
deck and you tried to hover like below deck, you should still be moving at the speed of the ship. It would be the friction from the air. If you were above the ship, that would push you away. But if you're below deck, you should be able to do it safely
We'll just
then I'm gonna-
tie him
because
to
you
the ship.
start at the same speed as the ship.
exactly. I'm gonna do it below deck.
Okay. What were you saying, Eric?
We could just tie him to the ship.
You could tie him to the ship.
Spinning.
Yes. Okay, so you float around below decks, much to the dismay of some and the delight of others.
Something for everyone.
Okay.
I will mainly be sitting on the deck, making the Neolith fly around. And if there are any kids running around, I'll occasionally drop a good berry from it.
Okay. And then shoot them with lasers?
No.
Okay. Aurelian takes over.
Not
starts
yet.
shooting kids. That was dark. Okay.
You can cast spells through the new
I
lift
can.
like that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
I
very
really
vending
like
machine.
this campaign so much, and I love the flavor of all the classes that you're playing. You're gonna do that every time I say that, aren't you?
Yeah, the flavor, yeah.
Okay. Any hoozle. So,
I think Daz wants us all to talk like Flava Flav.
well, you're now gonna
Too late for
plot
that.
plots on your.
What time is it?
This is why we're friends. This is why. Did you hear that? That was my Alexa in the kitchen. Guess what time it is, and she told you.
Amazing.
That's awesome. I love the interactions.
Okay, so your flight, your flight, you feel a slight bit of descent suddenly when you've been flying relatively level and even for the past 2 days. And as the airship descends, you break the cloud cover. And below you, you see the sprawling, beautiful city, which can only be Ul'dah. It's intricate brickwork on the pavement and brass on the buildings, marble elsewhere. Everything seems to shine with gold and various metallic color reflections. You see, much to your surprise, since you've been around mostly Elizin and higher these last few days, or week, you see a large amount, pun intended, of Lalafels.
Jump.
Got a new gift from orbit.
Three are bad enough.
Lalafels, higher, and I think there's a fairly large Makote population.
I think that's more Gridania than Makote.
Makote is where they have the largest, but I think there's a decent sized population as well.
I know there's
They have a lot of
at least a
the
reasonable amount of Rogaine too.
Yeah. Well, Rogadan are most of them, so.
Yeah.
the seekers they have around Ul'dah, because they have that Sangoli Desert tribe there, so a lot of seekers. But for the keepers of the moon, that's not Britannia.
Yes, okay, so yes, it is the Seekers that are,
Mount Raffles.
yeah, the Seekers of the Moon. Seekers of the Moon?
No, Seekers of the Sun, Keepers of the Moon.
Keepers of the Moon. I had them backwards. Thank you. Yes, you're right. So it does have a population of Makote there, mostly living on the outskirts, like in the Sangoli Desert, as she said. But there's some Rogadan, not a huge population. Some Rogadan there, and Viera. Viera are fairly common in Ul'dah.
But I mean, from our perspective of Kevin is the only Rogadan in all of Ishgard, apparently, that we saw.
Oh, in Ishgard? Yeah, there were no other Rogadans there. Well, there was one, and that was in the Skysteel Manufactory. He was working with Sid.
Right. Actually, I think you mentioned that.
One Lalafell as well. That's Biggs and Wedge. Yes.
Great.
And yes, it is named after the characters from Star Wars.
Correct.
They have that in every Final Fantasy
Yep.
because the creators were huge Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
Wedge
they
and
always rest in
Tilly's and
peace.
Biggs. I don't remember what Biggs was.
They don't always die.
Well, but in the one I saw, the
Well, in
end.
Star Wars they do. I mean, in Final Fantasy they don't.
Well, in Final Fantasy VI,
Yes, they did, and in 7.
Oh no.
Oops, spoilers. Anyway, they're also in 8 and 9, and I think you find them in 10. I think they're in like all of them from 6 forward at least. They might even be in 4.
wow.
Anyway, I blocked out most of 13, so I don't remember.
Millie has people she can talk to.
Yeah. So yes, so
Oh, days.
you see these people on the streets as you're circling the city to get to the airship landing here. Hold on.
Can fry an egg on the top of those brass buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Billy, you see the intricate brickwork with metal elsewhere? Pretty cool.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
Okay. This
Sparkly.
should sound familiar. As the airship lands, you feel as if the entire atmosphere changes, and you hear this really, in your head, upbeat music. Some of the best music.
And it's
in
now
the game.
hot as fuck.
And it is very warm here. In fact, the heat started as soon as you broke cloud cover.
Dancer outfit time. I am comfortable.
You're once again reminded of what it felt like when you were in the Dravanian Forelands, and then much hotter.
Like that 5 feet right below the clouds, and then hot.
Yeah. As you get off of the airship and onto the landing, first time on solid ground in a couple of days, I'm not sure how y'all react to airship travel, especially after the crash, but you're now arrived in Ul'dah. As you look around, you see many people getting off the ships. A lot of people are waving goodbye to your crew. Some of the passengers who had gotten close to some of you over the time that was there. All the kids walk by and say goodbye to Sid. Like in a line, they're all saying goodbye, Sid.
Aw.
And a good berry for you. And a good berry for you.
Yeah, because you get a good berry.
I know, but I just feel like he's like a goodbye gift, just a good berry for every kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also what you call them when they're poisoned.
That's a bad berry. So something that you notice is there are Garleans openly walking around in Ul'dah.
Seemingly in armor or in like cities.
Somewhere in the middle. They still have armor, but it's not heavy armor.
Gotcha.
And they still have their weapons, but most people have weapons out here. They're not concealed carry; they're just carry.
Cool.
Everything seems like a well-run bureaucracy. Like everything is very organized. I should say there's lots of paperwork to fill out. And as you go through customs, they ask you to wait in a very long line. Are you going to wait in line?
Yeah, because I love clockwork precision. Of course I will.
You'll love this orange, though.
Oh,
I don't think I will.
No.
So it's a very long line, and is there like, but it's just like everyone's just going to the line when like they know to go from the airship to the line, or it's funneled.
It's funneled in
Yeah,
customs.
it's tradition. Come on, Millie.
Grumble, grumble. Remembering what Emmerich said, though, she's gonna take what's left of her coins after paying for Kevin's doodad and hide them in this compartment in her chest piece to make them pickpocket-proof.
Just call a bra.
That one has a music box in it.
Compartment in the chest piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could put a music box in a bra. It wouldn't be comfortable, but it'd go there. I don't know, Jess, could you fit a music box in your bra?
I don't think
An
it's
MP3
fit.
player these days.
Okay. An MP3 player.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
That's a good answer. Okay.
Gonna make tiny little bear traps, put in my pockets, so then pickpockets go to steal them, snaps their fingers.
So 3 hours that you wait in line, your group finally reaches customs,
Fucking Gilligan.
and they ask you. It was not 3 hours. And they ask you for your passports or your tickets, rather, whichever one you have, and you show them the pass from Ishgard. Oh, you're Ishgardian delegates. Why didn't you just come straight up here? We would have let you through.
You know, just you know, following protocol, I guess.
I see. Well, you may come on through. Come.
Thanks. We didn't really know where to go, but this protocol is kind of lame. Why are you always trying to stop us from coming in?
Well, customs must be observed. However, as you are Ishgardian delegates, we'll make sure to alert the syndicate and the Sultan that you've arrived.
Sounds good. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You know, you want to keep those immigrants out. You know, those illegals trying to cross your border. It can't be good.
Whoa. Sir, please, go on your way.
Hey, yeah, no problem.
Immunity to parking tickets.
What was that?
Do we have immunity to parking tickets?
Something about parking tickets?
Immunity to parking tickets.
No. Not that kind of diplomat. I said it, delegate, not diplomat.
Yeah.
You also don't have immunity to my attacks. Diplomatic immunity does not apply to fire breath. No, you're just immune to diplomats.
I mean, that's a pretty useful.
Okay, so you step out into Ul'dah, and as soon as you get out onto the flight, you realize that you're within a large building. In fact, you're within an extension of the palace of the Sultan. And there's a path that you can follow to get out to the streets, the actual outside of it. But it's just the spectacle of rubies everywhere, and all kinds of glitz and glam and gold. And
My guns.
What?
My guns? My guns are called Glitz and Glam.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's just quite a sight as you're looking around, and you hear people shopping. Masked Carnival! Show off your skills as a blue mage! And it's just somebody shouting out. It's impossible to tell where all these voices are coming from because it's echoing everywhere. And it's so much busier than Ishgard. And so much busier still, or even more so, than Cliffside.
So we just got off the airship landing. Do we also, like in that same area, see signs for the gold saucer? Since that's also an airship?
There's another landing for the gold saucer.
Gotcha.
It's a direct airship. That's the only place that they
Gotcha.
We lost them.
Yeah, freezing up.